Gengar says zig when others zag. Good morning, guys. Good afternoon. I got Gengar here. Gengar has a message for you. Don't follow what everyone else is doing. Guys, it's crazy times. Things are wild. I got inspired by this video because I put a reel out Tuesday night this week, and it really inspired me thinking about, how much I mean the topic today. I'm gonna put Gengar back in his home. Be right back. Yes, you don't have to do what the crowd does. You can do just exactly what you want to do. Guys, zig when others zag. Very important theme of today's video. And if you like that bar, like the video. Why the heck not? If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Once we get 1,000 subscribers, we can go live on YouTube at shows, and that's our goal. I want to show you guys my interactions. I want to show you guys the vibe, show you the deals that we do, show you how we take care of people. That's where a lot of the clips come from is, hey, if we're giving out free cards to kids or, we're teaching somebody how to use eBay. I just love card shows. It's so much fun. Not a better way to spend your weekend, in my opinion. Well, there probably is. My wife would beg to differ. But card shows are a lot of fun. Come through to one. Guys, little plug. We have a branding partnership with Logan's Pokeship. Go on down to the website in the description. There's a link right there. Use code NikkiCards5. You can get a 5% discount on acrylics and protect your stuff. Do it. I protect everything. Look, always use protection. And I'm back. There is some wild things going on in this hobby right now. And it's kind of scary. It's a little intimidating. Nobody knows what to do. It's terrifying. I just talked about it in my last video. But it kind of brought me to a point today that I want to talk about. Zig when others zag is today's motto, today's mantra, if you will. You want to get into something before it explodes, not focus on what's exploding right now. And that ties directly with FOMO. Like directly to a T, that is what FOMO is, fear of missing out, going in with the crowd, doing what everybody else is doing, and trying to join the race in a race that can't be won. The people that are cooking on vintage and PSA 10s and these high-end slabs, they had them. They already had them. Everything is going up every single day. There are some things that you can buy and you just profit right away. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's a bad idea to buy vintage. That's not at all my point. My point is, it's a lot of risk. And if you don't have the means to take that risk, it's not a risk you should be taking. What isn't getting looked at right now? Sets that are kind of disappearing. I say it all the time, Sword and Shield. Nobody's talking about Evolving Skies right now. Nobody's talking about Silver Tempest booster boxes. Nobody's talking about Brilliant Stars booster boxes. Nobody's, Destined Rivals has kind of chilled out a little bit on the conversation topic. Now people want to sell their Destined Rivals for $500, $490. People are bringing Sword and Shield booster boxes to shows again. The concept here is, if you zig when others zag, that allows you to get a leg up for the next hype train. If you start focusing on what is next now, and not necessarily next, but what is coming up soon, if you start focusing on that now, you can, reap the gains of what some of these people in the hobby are reaping right now. If you wanted high-end vintage, you really had to already have had it. Some of these cards that I saw that were, look, my first PSA 9 first edition Lugia, I honestly got it from a friend and it was like $1,800, right? It was $1,800. A PSA 9 first edition Lugia today is $9 grand, $10 grand. Some of these cards that they weren't PSA 10s, they were PSA 9s. Like PSA 9 vintage used to get hated on, and now there's a boom and we're loving it. So take this concept and start to zig a little bit. Let these people zag. The vintage is the zag right now. I am a vintage first guy. I love vintage. My hope is that if I put my attention into sets and things in the hobby that can go next or go soon in the run-up, when those run up, I can get rid of them. If I'm having some FOMO with some of the vintage right now, then I can move the funds that I get from what I'm acquiring now and put those funds into the vintage that I'm upset that I missed out on once it inevitably cools off. Some of these cards can't stay this high forever, and some can. I'm not at all making a black and white statement there. Some are going to stay this high. Some were too cheap. And it's really PSA 10s that are kind of gone. But if you're like me and you're okay with a PSA 9 of an amazing vintage card, like a first edition Lugia, right now, like 10 grand for the first edition Lugia, am I surprised? like I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised. I think it's worth it. Lugia is amazing. That Neo Genesis Lugia is incredible. With him hovering down, some of them have wild swirls and crazy orbs, and we get taxed on them like crazy, and rightfully so. I'm a believer in the proper taxing if a card has a unique aspect about it. We pay more for sports cards that are one of one, and I'm not saying a swirl makes a card serialized, but if a swirl is in a proper spot, you can't just buy one like that. You got to pay what someone wants to sell it for, and that goes vice versa. You got to sell it for what someone's willing to pay for it. This hobby right now is really surviving on people who have a lot of money are entering the hobby, and they're buying up these vintage cards. They're throwing funds at cards that honestly were undervalued, and it's a good thing. Like the whole franchise is just booming as a whole, and I'm okay with big money entering the hobby. But if you're like me and you're a smaller fish, like be smart. Just because you see on Instagram that someone got a PSA 10 of a first edition Charizard, doesn't mean that you should go sell your house to go get a PSA 10 first edition Charizard. Work within your means. Okay, I really like that first edition Charizard and it's a PSA 10. I'll never acquire that. Maybe I could look at maybe a PSA 5 first edition Charizard that's appealing on the front. You never look at the back of your Charizard if you're displaying it. I don't look at the back of him. He's just up there. He's just vibing. I love him, but he's up there. You get what I'm trying to say. So guys, the times right now is you can't just dive into what is propelling in the hobby right now. Think about what's going to do well soon. What is lowering in quantity available? When's the last time we saw a Sword and Shield Alt-Art boom? Guys, like probably, 6 months, a year ago was when Moonbreon jumped up to 3K. Last summer, Lugia, all of a sudden $1,000 PSA 10. People will sell them for $800-900 right now. They're sleeping. They're lulling. Focus on cards that are kind of hiding in the shadows right now and put your attention there so that when this next boom does come, what's going to happen? You're going to be holding all the gold. And then you can move that gold, you get what I'm saying, into that vintage that you're upset that you missed out on. Maybe you got to get a PSA 8 of some of these cards that are crazy numbers and PSA 10s and 9s, but that's all right. If you're in the hobby for why I'm in the hobby, I like to look at cards. I like to collect. I do this thing where, I buy things that I think are going to go up in value. I don't consider it the I word, if you will. I consider it a stepping stone. Why did I get a jungle box? Because nobody wants to trade me a base set booster box for a Primal Clash and 10 Evolving Skies. They just don't. They want a jungle box and cash. And if I don't have that ready to go, someone with a large bankroll is going to come in and offer them $500 below their asking, and you know what's going to happen? They're going to sell it to them for all cash. I don't do this hobby to have $30,000, $50,000 disposable to pull out of my wife and I's bank account to go buy Pokemon cards. I don't do it like that. I have a goal. I have fun with it. I would rather acquire things that I see at good prices that are going to rise and play the game. It's a game to me. I enjoy the fun of it. Oh, I got this box for $500. Now it's $1,000. Sell it for $1,000. Buy something else that's $1,000 that I think should be $2,000. And then you just keep rolling up. It's very rare that I turn things into cash unless I want something else. Thankfully, I'm very blessed to have my dream life and my dream wife, and I'm a happy guy, but, this is a hobby. This is fun. Like, to the people that can rely on it as a full-time job, all due respect. I have so much respect for hustlers and grinders, but it's just not me. I have a full-time job. I love my full-time job. I also love Pokemon cards as soon as the clock hits 5 o'clock. See what I mean? My thoughts on it are I don't really try to risk anything in my personal life with my family because of Pokemon. There's things that I want and there's things that I get. But for me, I don't see Pokemon as the end-all be-all of every dollar that I ever acquire. I love this hobby. It's an amazing time. But at the end of the day, I don't risk dangerous aspects of my personal life and my house and my wife and anything with, my family for Pokemon cards. I'm not going to pull $30,000 out of our bank account to go buy a base set box because I think it's going to go up. That's a lot of money to do, right? If I want to get a base set box, it's got to be right time, it's got to be from the right person, and it's going to be from things that I already have. And just like I did with the Jungle Box, if I got to sell things and get cash to acquire that, God bless, I'll do it. That's fine. But for me, what's important in this hobby is staying grounded and looking at other aspects of the hobby when some things are going crazy, because all the attention is there, and shift your attention somewhere else. Zig when others zag. If you zig when others zag, you're gonna get the bag at some point. Get me? That was kind of a bar. Guys, listen, I love this hobby. It's a blast. I have so much fun every day. But don't let what you see on social media and don't let what you see on TV affect your emotions of how you view the hobby. Collect what you love. Buy things people aren't looking at, because everything in the hobby seems to go up. So there's nothing wrong with shifting your attention. You're gonna win if you're in Pokemon right now. You're gonna win. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't love Pokemon. Don't let anyone tell you what kind of hobbies you can have. And don't let anyone tell you that you have to buy something now because it's doing well. You should have probably already had it. That same cycle, keep it revolving, keep it rotating. When you buy what you're zigging with when others are zagging right now, and then that zig starts to zag, and people and the zaggers are looking at your zig, then you zig again when others are zagging, and you look elsewhere, and you keep it rotating. You keep it all moving. Don't be afraid to not go with the crowd. Don't be afraid to do your own thing. You don't even have to listen to me. You don't even have to listen to anybody. You can do exactly what you want. You are your own person. You run your own life. I've made some good choices. I've made some bad ones. Just be present. Don't just do what everybody else does. You're going to be all right. Guys, that's today's video. If you liked the video, like the video. It really helps me out. We're approaching the 20th video, everyone. Keep commenting on videos. I'm writing you all down. Enter the giveaway. You just got to comment on 2 separate videos. Give me a takeaway. Tell me what you liked about the video, and I will enter you into the little wheel spin thing for the Prismatic Evolutions binder giveaway. 5 packs, comes with a binder. Prismatic's doing fantastic right now. Open this with your friends. Open this with your kids. Open this in silent. Put it in your closet. Do whatever the heck you want with it. But win yourself a binder. Just comment on 2 of my videos, 2 separate takeaways, or whatever you learn from the video, something along those lines. We're gonna be at the Big Card Show this Saturday. I am looking forward to it. I haven't done a show in about 3 weeks. I am fiending cards. I can't wait to see my friends, my frienders, if you will. Some walkers. I love when you guys come up and say what's up. Come through the show. It's in Piscataway, New Jersey. I don't remember the name of the hotel. There's a flyer somewhere on this screen. I posted it for you guys. Come say what's up. Come to my table. Mention this YouTube video, and I'll enter you into the giveaway because you showed me that you watched the video, and that's a takeaway. We're gonna have a brand new stacked binder at the big show this weekend. Finally getting away from my one that was like crumbling and breaking apart from everybody looking at it. Half of the sleeves were cracked open, all good. What we're gonna use now is we're gonna use the Obsidian Supplies Dragon Scale binder. Look at this. This one is a very cool binder. This is gonna be our new binder going forward. Look, it zippers. It zippers. Guys, use my affiliate link. The link is in the description below. You get a nice little discount if you want a binder like this. You can also buy display cases if you want to vend like me. Come up to the show, ask me questions. I will always help aspiring vendors out. I'm happy to do anything you guys need from me in that sense. Thank you for always supporting me. Those of you, I recognize you, I see you, I read your comments, I appreciate them. I know who the real ones are. I'll always remember the OGs. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I love you guys. Nicky Cards, out.